I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your Bullish Bit, brought to you by BTC Prague, the biggest Bitcoin event in Europe, happening June 8th through 10th. Make sure you're there to check out 60 world-class speakers, 100 plus companies in the expo site, and a ton of great people, all in beautiful Prague. You can expect talks from people like Michael Saylor, Stefan Livera, Alex Svetsky, Giacomo Zucco, Knut Svanholm, and many more. I can't wait to attend, so head over to btcprague.com and use code BTC Sessions for 5% off at checkout.
Bitcoin is commoditized energy in the form of money. What do I mean by that? Historically, to sell energy, you need demand and you need infrastructure, right? Infrastructure is very expensive. And that's why you see places like El Salvador where they can produce cheap energy. Why didn't they harness that volcano energy before? Well, because they didn't have the demand. They didn't have the infrastructure and demand to sell it. Now, anybody in the world can harness electricity, commoditize that electricity in the form of money through Bitcoin. And then what's the limitation? What's the limitation to that? There is no limitation. You're freeing yourself from the bank. You don't need a loan from the bank to figure out how you're going to get money. You can literally capture electricity and turn it into money and sell it back to the marketplace. So that's the first reason I'm bullish, because a lot of people say, well, Bitcoin's not backed by anything. Bitcoin, there's no intrinsic value. I disagree completely. Bitcoin's backed by its cost of production. As a miner, I know that it costs right now for me. Now I'm a smaller operation and I'm paying a little bit higher price per kilowatt per hour. But for me, it costs around $18,000 to produce a Bitcoin, right? So if I can produce one for 18 and sell it back to the market for 23, I'm pretty happy with that. But there's no way in the world I can produce a Bitcoin for 30,000 and sell it back for 23. I'm going to go out of business. That's producer economics. This is business 101. You can't produce something and then sell it for less than it costs you to produce. So that cost of production creates a fair value for Bitcoin. That's not to say that Bitcoin has to trade at that fair value. It's just to say for people who are producing Bitcoin, we need to pay attention to that fair value, because when that fair price goes below fair value, we got to be managing our treasury in the right way, or else we're going to go out of business. And also, when Bitcoin is trading at a premium to that fair value because of the added demand, we need to know that we need to capture that profit so that we can properly survive into the future and produce that hash rate. So those producer economics that are behind Bitcoin and support Bitcoin and the fair value of Bitcoin, that's the first reason why I'm bullish.